So basically, he was talking about a conspiracy theory about the Ark and the Covenant of it not being found, and he said that the Jews still have the Ark and the Covenant or something, but the Ark of the Covenant is what the Holy Spirit flowed through. You know, Ark of the Covenant had two angels at the end of it, as like signs or something, like a little statues at the end, two angels at the end of it, and there was like something, it's like a fig stick or something in it. Then it had like, I think, 10 Commandments or something in it, something else, an Ark of the Covenant. And so basically the story is about the Ark of the Covenant. Basically what happened was there was people carrying it, right? And then one of them dropped it. And then when they tried touching it, picking it back up, they disintegrated into dust because of how powerful the Spirit of God is. Now, if you really think about that, if the Lord was actually down here on this earth, literally, if God was down here on this earth, we would all die because of his presence. That's how strong his presence is. Literally, that's why he had to turn his back towards Moses on Mount Sinai, because he knew if Moses saw his face, he would have died, as well as the Israelites on that mountain. And that's stated in the book of Exodus, that it says like that the Lord's back was faced towards Moses, and even the Israelites said if they spoke to him that they would be killed. That's why the Israelites begged Moses to speak to the Lord on Mount Sinai. And there's actually proof that the Lord was on Mount Sinai, because if you go to Mount Sinai, which is located in Saudi Arabia, on Mount Sinai, the rock that Moses split in half, the one that water came out of, it still has erosion marks from it. And also that the top and the peak of Mount Sinai is still burnt up, because the Lord came down as a ball of fire onto Mount Sinai. And you can still look at the rocks, and even scientists prove that the Lord descended down onto that mountain.
They can show that he did that?
The rocks, the burn marks.
How did they find out that stuff, bro? How did scientists do their job? Like, I don't know how they do that, bro.
I don't know.
They find out things that happened forever ago.
I don't know. Well, this technically happened over past 2,000 years ago. Past 2,000.
Yeah, but how do they find stuff from 2,000 years ago? How do they find out that type of stuff?
They go to the exact location where it happened.
Well, yeah, but like 2,000 years ago wouldn't be stuff like if the rocks were on the ground 2,000 years ago, like to this day, they'd be powered up by other.
It stays on.
Like, mixed in or something like
It stays on the same place. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, such as many things that are found in Israel. So the reason why scientists are still able to find the things that are in Israel, such as where Goliath lived at, or King David's palace, or where he lived at, or Zechariah, is because they always kept their stuff. Since they were kings, since they were prophets, since they were the men of God, they kept their belongings for historical proof in Israel. For King David, the one that slew Goliath, the giant. King David was the king of Israel. Then David had his son, who was Solomon, who wrote the book of Proverbs, was a king of Israel. And Solomon had his own palace too, and such as Zechariah. Zechariah is the father of John the Baptist, and because John the Baptist is Jesus' cousin, which is mentioned in the book of Luke chapter 1. And Elizabeth is John the Baptist's mother, who is Mary's cousin. So basically that's how it all aligns, how Jesus is the descendant and offspring of David, which is mentioned in Revelation. And there's no other descendants from Jesus, because Jesus didn't have no kids or family. But for some reason in Mormonism, Joseph Retarded Delusional Smith said that he has kids.
Hold up, bro. What is you doing, bro? Why you using that fake full body tracking anymore, bro?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yup. Cause I feel like it, bro. I was about to say, oh, he got full body. Then I looked at that boy not got full body. I think he was trying to trick us, thinking he got full body or something for a second.
Well, yeah.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. But Joseph Retarded Delusional Smith, the cult member of Mormonism, says that Jesus had kids and he had sex.
The same way you showed me, they made fun of black people were cursed or whatever.
Yeah. So basically, Joseph Retarded Delusional Smith thought he was some type of Star Wars character back in the 1800s when it didn't exist. So he said, yeah, no, peace be upon him. But besides that, Yeah, and basically, freaking, he said that the black people lost the galaxy and they were bad people or something like that. And he said that Jesus had sex with many women, which is a lie, and he had kids, which is another lie. It's a contradiction of their own opinions. And for some reason, Joseph Smith thinks that the waters are evil since Jesus rebuked the waters, and Joseph Smith thinks that Satan lives in the water, which is kind of stupid. And he said they moved to Utah in the mountain areas, and he also said that the rivers in Utah are evil as well. So I said, how does that make sense? So you want to move away from the ocean to go near puddles of water? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't. Joseph Smith is honestly retarded. I don't know what's wrong with Joseph Smith. I've met a few Mormon people. They read a book of Mormon like it's the Bible. No, it's a contradiction and a copy of the Bible of a man's opinions. But the Lord isn't opinions, he's all facts, for he is law. So, but yeah.
Somewhere else, bro. What up?
Alright, man.